The Invisible Light, a World Radio Day story. Dilla went to his Grandpa Kloos and said, "Grandpa, can you tell me about World Radio Day? My teacher wants us to learn about it." Grandpa Klaus said, "Absolutely, I'd be glad to. The world celebrates February 13th as World Radio Day, honoring this amazing medium that has bridged distances for over a century. We celebrate World Radio Day on this specific day because it is the anniversary of the first broadcast by United Nations Radio in 1946. Did you know that there is an incredible story behind the invention of radio and the invisible light that changed everything?" "Yes, everything." Dilla asked, "What is invisible light, Grandpa?" Grandpa said, "The term invisible light was first introduced by the famous Bengali scientist Sir Jagadish Chandra Bose. He notably used this term in his writings to describe waves that could pass through walls, laying the groundwork for radio technology. He was a distinguished scientist of his era, born in Bengal, modern-day Bangladesh. In his language, invisible light means adrishya alo, light that can't be seen with the naked eye. This adrishya alo is the foundation of modern wireless speech and literature. Dilla asked, "How did invisible light create the radio?" Grandpa said, "That's the magic." In November 1895, inside the Town Hall of Calcutta, a soft-spoken professor named Sir Jagadish Chandra Bose prepared a daring experiment. He didn't have a flashy laboratory. He worked in a small 24-square-foot room at Presidency College on a shoestring budget. During his presentation, Bose used a transmitter to send invisible light, millimeter-wave microwaves, racing through the air. They passed through the body of the lieutenant governor, through two solid walls, and traveled 75 feet to a receiver. Suddenly, a bell rang and a small pile of gunpowder ignited. The audience was awestruck. The world's first public demonstration of wireless communication had just occurred. Dilla asked, "That's awesome, Grandpa. I wish I was there to watch." But how did he make it work without establishing a physical wire connection? Grandpa said, "That's a great question." Sir J.C. Bose was one of the first people in history to prove that you didn't need a physical wire to make things happen far away, and the birth of wireless began, and before the word radio became popular, people called it wireless telegraphy. Dilla asked, "Grandpa, does radio wave travel fast?" "Yes, son. Radio waves travel at the speed of light, kilometers per second. That means a radio signal could travel around the entire Earth 7 times in just 1 second. Dilla said, "Awesome! I wish I could tag along a radio signal and I could spin around the entire Earth multiple times." Grandpa smiled and continued, "Sir Jagadish Chandra Bose was a silent wizard, a real-life Jedi. He didn't care about getting rich or famous. He just loved puzzles. Bose was so cool that he refused to patent his work because he wanted science to be a gift for everyone." Dilla said, "Really? He was a true science hero, right, Grandpa?" Grandpa said, "Yes. He believed that knowledge belonged to the entire world, not just one person's wallet. He was the first open-source scientist. While others rushed to the patent office to make millions, Bose stood his ground. He felt that pure science should be free, like the air we breathe. He once wrote that he was not a builder of an empire, but a seeker of truth." Dilla asked, "That's amazing, Grandpa. But if Sir J.C. Bose invented the radio technology, why does everyone say Marconi is the father of radio?" Grandpa said, "That's a good question, son. Since Bose shared his research openly in public journals. Other inventors, like Marconi, were able to read his work and build the first commercial radio systems. In 1901, when Marconi sent the first ever radio signal across the Atlantic Ocean, he used a mercury coherer to receive the message. However, modern historians found that the design for that device came directly from Sir J.C. Bose's technical drawings. Diller said, "What? That's cheating. I can't believe that." What Sir J.C. Bose said, didn't he get angry? Didn't he sue him? Grandpa said, "No, son. He was a science hero, as you said, and he didn't care. Bose was over 100 years ahead of his time. He showed the world that the greatest reward for a scientist isn't a mountain of gold, but the sharing of knowledge." Diller said, "I can't believe it. I'm mad because that's not fair, Grandpa. People should call Sir J.C. Bose the father of radio too." Grandpa said, "True, son, but that's a story for another day. We can all agree that the invention of radio changed the world. It broke down geographical barriers to unite people, shape politics, and create a shared culture. It brought the outside world directly into the home." Diller said, "But I don't understand how radio changed the world, Grandpa. We just listen to the radio in the car sometimes. But you are saying that it changed the world." Grandpa said, "Son, radio changed the world forever by delivering instant communication. It provided real-time news during crises like the Great Depression and World War II. Political transformation, leaders used it for direct talk, like FDR's fireside chats. Safety at sea. Before radio, a ship at sea was an island. After its invention, distress signals saved thousands, most famously after the Titanic disaster. The foundation of tech, it led to aviation navigation, early computing, and satellites." Diller said, "Yes, you are right. But Grandpa, nowadays we don't use radio. We have the internet, cell phones, Facebook, and WhatsApp. Is radio dead? I only hear it in the car, and even then, I usually use my phone." Grandpa laughed. "Silly boy, radio is everywhere, even in your pocket. You are carrying a radio right now." Diller took his phone out and said, "No, sir, it's my phone." Grandpa said, "Exactly. Even with cell phone, WhatsApp, Facebook, and 5G, radio is the secret engine making it all work. Your smartphone is actually a high-tech radio using that invisible light." Diller said, "Wow, I didn't know that." Grandpa continued,
When you send a WhatsApp message, your phone uses radio waves to talk to a cell tower. When you watch YouTube on Wi-Fi, the router uses radio frequencies to beam data to you. Bluetooth in your headphones? That's a short-range radio signal. Because Bose worked with very small millimeter waves, he is also considered the father of microwave science. Every time you heat up a snack in a microwave oven, you are using Bose's science. And in an emergency, when the internet or cell towers go down, traditional radio is the only thing that keeps working on simple batteries. Every time you use Wi-Fi or 5G, you are using the same invisible light, Adrishya Alo, that Bose first harnessed over 120 years ago. So on February 13th, we say thanks to Sir J.C. Bose and thanks to the radio.
Diller gives a big hug to Grandpa Klaus and said,
"Thank you, Grandpa, and thanks for telling me this beautiful story of radio. I wish I could meet Sir J.C. Bose, the science hero, in person. He is cool."
Please watch this video, subscribe this channel, and share it with your children and grandchildren. please visit www.dreamywriter.com.